Good morning. I got to have a little bit of a sleep in today. It's about 8:30 in the morning. And it's not that cold because of the buddy heater. That little heater was like, I was scared it was going to drain all my electricity. So I just got a little buddy heater for now. I'll be getting my heat installed hopefully in the next week or so. And then we'll be good to go. But like, it's getting chilly at night. It was 3 degrees Celsius last night. And so when like under the covers, it's perfect. So cozy. See. It's so cozy under the covers, but as soon as I'm out of bed, she's chilly. So if I just turn on the buddy heater, like if I set my alarm and then turn on the buddy heater and go back to bed for like 20 minutes, like 15 minutes, honestly, it warms up the whole van. It's super easy to get out of bed, make a coffee. Somebody had asked me to do a bit more filming of like life in the van. So my last video, which I'll link down below, was like my daily life and kind of like what I do. And I do that basically 5 days, 6 days a week. And so this one is going to be a little bit more of like what life's like inside the van. So this is me waking up. I am currently making some coffee and some oats in the van. I also have my buddy heater going. I'll show you actually. It's just this guy. It's just a little guy. And it heats up the van really, really well. This would probably be good if you lived in an environment that like, actually it's hot in here, I'm gonna turn off. That, I mean, you're in like, at the most, negative 10 degrees. If you are living in an environment up to minus 30, absolutely, you need to get a heater put in. So mine got delivered on Sunday, and hopefully within this next week I can get it put in. I'm gonna chat with my mechanic and see what would that look like if they put it in, because like, here's the deal. I am confident, fully confident that I can do it myself. It might take the entirety of like a week, but I know like anything's possible and I can totally sort it out. But like, I really don't want to. So I'm gonna check with the mechanic and see if they can maybe do it and like what that looks like. I do have a friend that's dealt with them, and he's so kind and he offered. I just like honestly don't want, I don't know, you guys, like, do you have troubles asking people for help or accepting help? I just don't want to trouble anybody, and I don't want anyone to ever think I'm taking advantage of them. That would be the worst. And if that ever happens, I would hope that they would say something and be like, hey, G, I feel taken advantage of. But like, I'm pretty mindful of that. So anyways, heat will be a good thing, and then I can handle it. I had mentioned in a few previous videos that I'm going to be taking off for a couple months. I won't be taking the van. I'm just going to be traveling for 2 months. So stay tuned for more information on that. But really just winter prepping and cooking some food. So, typical day of doing life in the van. Not outside of the van, like the other videos. And actually, the ones that when I used to watch them, those ones used to be some of my favorite ones. It's just everyday living, sorting out what it looks like to maneuver the space. So now this is my fridge under here. I will most likely give you guys a full tour at some point. It's not even that I care that everything's clean. It's just, I feel like I would need somebody to help me record that one, you know? Okay, so I made oats yesterday and I made extra. I'm just going to heat these guys up. This blueberry and chia, some maple. Somebody asked me why I prefer a pour over versus a French press. When I do the tour, or like you probably already noticed, I don't have a sink. So it's not like I can just turn on the sink and rinse out the press. It would be a little bit more of a situation. This, I can just take this and throw it out. It's pretty easy. Wipe out the drip and put it all away. I just feel like also you're really aware of what you're using for water when you're living without the hookup, you know? And in all, you know what, you guys, I actually haven't missed having a sink, like at all. A shower, yes, I've missed, but not a sink. I don't know why. I'll show you actually what I use for when I'm doing my dishes. This is what I use for doing dishes. It's not huge, but it works. Soap everything up, scrub everything, dump the water, and then fill it up with clean water and rinse it. I mean, the one big adjustment that I did have to kind of sort out was cooking for one person. And I think I've mentioned this before, I'm not sure. But I used to do meal prep. Oh, I have to put the propane on. It's kind of helpful. I used to do meal prep. So like I would cook for the entire week. I would cook one massive meal that I would eat all week long. And now it's like there's not enough space, so I just cook little meals every couple of days. Or I eat easy stuff. Veggies, hummus. Just want to heat that up. I have mason jars there on the side. I put Velcro on the bottom of everything and they don't even budge. I even put some Velcro on, where did I put? Oh, underneath. I have 6-gallon water jugs and I put Velcro on the bottom of those so that they don't move around while I'm trying to drive, because they slid out quite a bit one time and that was super annoying. So that doesn't happen anymore. Just like that. We have oats and a delicious cup of coffee. If you're wondering what happened to my peace mug, a candle fell on it when I was driving and crushed it and broke it. So I have to order more. I just went and got these little mugs to replace. When I first moved into the van, I was making the crappiest cups of coffee. They were so gross. I was really upset because I have like 1 cup of coffee every day. I just feel like it's got to be quality, right? So it's like, what's the point? So I succeeded in making a delicious cup of coffee. Okay, so I went to the gym, I got my workout in, I had my shower, I did some grocery shopping, and now it's time to tidy up this van. I want to show you guys the state of this van when I drive and like where I have to put everything. So I was going to do the dishes at the laundromat today, and now that I've decided not to, I'm just going to do the dishes here. And then start cooking up some dinner. So this is what we are working with here. I've still got to do my floors actually. So I put everything on the floor when I'm driving. I threw groceries there, and that's what all that looks like. Let's tidy up. Okay, you guys, I just went to Superstore to get some groceries, but I've had my eye on this for a little bit. It's a Dutch oven, an enameled cast iron Dutch oven. So I did need a bigger pot so that I could make like soups and stews and sauces and stuff like that. And or like just saute things, like one pot meals. And I feel like this was small enough, but also big enough. It's hard to explain. Like, being in the van, having a big massive pot is really just going to be an opportunity for you to store things in it. And then what's going to happen is you're not going to want to empty it every time you're cooking something. So I feel like this is small enough and durable enough, and I can use it like over a fire or convection if I ever chose to go that way. So because I just bought it, I'm going to give it a quick like wipe down. We'll do the reveal. I don't know if any of you guys have ever made like a one pot pasta dish. I haven't. I think I might be doing that this year though. Trying to sort that out. Yeah, I think that's really good. That's a great size. So like for comparison, I don't know if you can see, you can like my little kitchen bowl, it's about the same size, but it'll fit on my stove really easily. And also another thing that I like about it is that it's pretty deep. So even if I am only cooking just for me, and I just want to saute something, like the splashback, the oil isn't going to get everywhere. It's just going to go to the sides. And then how I cook or how I clean my pots is typically I'll just add some water to the pot and boil it down, add a little bit of soap, wipe it out, and then give it a little rinse, and you're good to go. So I'm just going to quickly give it a little wipe down so I can use it. I'm excited. I'm gonna make some pasta in it tonight. not the pasta and this, but the sauce. Okay, well, I might as well share my fridge with you because I need to sort out this situation because I'm gonna have leftovers and like it's full. When I make like a spaghetti sauce or something, I just basically add whatever's in my fridge. So I have to use this pepper. I've got a couple portobello mushrooms, onion, garlic. I'll saute all of that. Add the sauce, some nooch, and some like veggie crumble. Look at it. So it's just like, look at how much space I have now. The brocks, we're gonna have to cook those up ASAP. Actually, no, they're doing pretty good. This little fridge, you guys, it's by Out Sunny. It was just one of the cheaper ones. I just went kind of cheap, honestly, for a few things because I did come into this situation not knowing if I'd enjoy myself or if I'd adapt well. And I have. So I'm pretty sure by next summer, if I'm in 30-degree weather, this, I mean, who knows? It might just last me 10 years. Like sometimes you just like have a great purchase that way. But I would definitely, like, if it does just like die, I'm going to get something like a Dometic or something like that because like I have really enjoyed this lifestyle. I think that's it. That's all that goes in there. Some green onions. Green onions. I feel like green onions would not be tasty. Oh yeah, rice. So this is still good. I like this. It's like a hot, like a soy chocolate milk, but if you mix that with like almond milk and put it in the steamer, it's like frothy steamed hot chocolate. I'm gonna drink this because there's no point in it. Like this takes up a lot of space. I've got a tiny bit left. Put the rice back, and I think we're good to go. All right. Time to make some sauce. I keep this bowl out when I'm cooking because I can just throw all the dirty utensils in there and then it's out of the way. I didn't like my cutting board, so I threw it out. I need to get a cutting board. I just want to find something, maybe you guys can put a suggestion below. I want to find something that I can just easily wipe down and like not have to like scrub it off. Easy is perfect. Got the stove out. I'm going to start hooking it up and cooking up some sauce. This stove has been amazing. I really, really like this stove. It heats up this van like crazy. That's why I thought if I start the sauce now, it will have a little bit of time to like marinate in itself. And then all I have to do is just cook the pasta and rolls. You guys, this is my first time making pasta in the van, like making the sauce from scratch. No, have I made pasta? I did, but it was kind of crappy because it was lazy. It was like olive oil and garlic salt. That's it. One of the things that I do miss about being in my house is the way that I used to cook. I had a friend in here with me this weekend, and they were so lovely, and they kept asking me if they could help with anything. But literally, it gets so crowded in here. I'm already in love with this pot. I'm already like, oh, I'm gonna cook so many stews, you guys. I don't know what I just recorded and what I didn't record, but I added sauce and I added some veggie ground round. My secret to any sauce is nooch. You add nooch to everything. And all of it, like all of it. Don't be cheap with the nooch, ever. Well, all of that simmering, I'm just gonna read. Something that I am trying to figure out is when you are living in your van or in your vehicle or your bus or whatever, and like maybe other people have a different experience, but I just constantly feel like I have to be going and doing and driving, and so since I've gotten home, I think I've had one day where I just kind of relaxed in the van, and that didn't even start till like 5 o'clock at night. I had gone grocery shopping, cleaned the van, done a workout, had a coffee with a friend, and like, did I say get groceries? I just chored. I did all the chores all day, and then at 5 o'clock I finally just like, you know what, I'm just gonna chill out somewhere and watch Netflix. The idea of just kind of being in a parking lot, because I'm living and working in the city, hanging out in a parking lot just kind of seems like, from the other perspective, it just seems super homeless. And I'm still kind of grasping the idea of I'm houseless, not homeless. And I'm currently parked like on the top of a ridge overlooking the entire city and the river, and it's beautiful. But I think just being able to just slow down and read a book and cook some food and a little bit of a tidy is something that I need more of in my life. And I'm feeling more comfortable with doing that in a parking lot somewhere. I'm finding like better parking lots to hang out in, like not just Walmart, but there's lookout spots all over the city, and I'm not like sleeping here tonight. I'm just here cooking some dinner, and I've got a friend coming over to eat with me, and I'm just like learning to entertain more in the van too. So I like, yeah, it's a lot of trying to find the balance of things, trying to incorporate things that you had more of in your house life versus going into your mobile home life. And I'm definitely a lot more comfortable with entertaining people. I'm a lot more comfortable with relaxing. So hopefully I do more hangout stuff in the van over the next couple of months. Also, I kind of am going to have to, because it is getting colder. So like, I can't just like go down to the river and grab the paddleboard or go up to a lake somewhere and like just be outside all day. I still can, but because I'm in the city, it's like I'm not gonna just whip out my snowshoes and start wandering the trails, you know? So I think it's gonna be a lot more inside time for the 2 months or so that's gonna be colder, and then I'm gonna be taken off for 2 months somewhere warm. So there we have it, the sauce and the pasta. That's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna leave you guys there for now. I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna enjoy my company, and I'll pick you back up in a few.